What about mindset inventory? Hello and welcome back. This is our Junior Resolution Mastery, how to achieve our goals and hard desires without giving up. And in the last couple of videos, we've been talking about mindset and the importance of mindset. And we discovered that there are two types of mindset: fixed mindset and growth mindset. They're totally different, bringing different results. And just to remind ourselves, mindset is our set of beliefs and attitudes towards life. And this is what we see in life. This is what we think, what we feel, the decisions we are taking, and the results we have in our life. For that reason, it's really important, the mindset we have. And one of the really critical parts as well is just to be mindful about our mindset, which means that we have to do some inventory just to assess us, how we are doing with our mindset. And in the previous video, I shared a little bit more about the study of Professor Reck and the mindset as a new success story of all of us, and the importance of the mindset. And she was mentioning about a couple of things, and I want to just really reflect on them. And the first thing is how we really respond to challenge in life. Challenges are everywhere in our personal, in our professional life. The question is how we respond to challenges. Do we like them? How do we react? Do we avoid them? Or we just take them as an opportunity for growth? And these are the questions we can ask ourselves when we are thinking about our mindset, and when we are thinking, do we have a growth or fixed mindset? And this is one of the really key points. How do we respond to challenges? To be fair, all of us, we have challenges. All of us in our personal, professional life, all of us, we have different challenges. And if we really receive these challenges as some really blocking point, then can really stop us. However, the challenges are really good opportunity for all of us to grow. But think about it. How do we respond to challenges? What are the thoughts? What are the behaviors? What do we do with the challenges? What I've found that a challenge is an opportunity for growth, but sometimes it's really hard to go through it. But it depends really on our perspective, on our mindset. This can determine the future of our actions and reactions towards the challenge. What I found, and I can encourage you just to think the times you have overcome challenges. I'm certain all of us in our personal professional life, we have overcome different types of challenges. Maybe it's a little bit smaller or bigger. But think about, how was your thought process during this overcoming process of a challenge? What was your perspective? What were you thinking? And these are really important things. The other second point I wanted to make is how do we respond to constructive criticism or feedback? This is one of the big also topics in our life. Wherever we are in life, in our personal life, very often we have some feedback from friends, family members, and at work as well. We have feedback from our managers, from our colleagues, from our team members. Sometimes doesn't feel good when we are failing, and this will be the third point I will mention a little bit later. But the feedback we receive, how do we feel about it? Do we avoid it? Do we try not to think about it? If we are struggling with something, are we looking and seeking for feedback from some of our team members or people around in our life, or we're just avoiding it? And the feedback can be really destructive. It really depends who is giving it and how it's given it. But take this perspective from a growth mindset perspective. Think about the feedback as a learning curve, as a way that we are learning how to be better, how to improve in our skills, in our knowledge, in our attributes, how we can become better. And this is what is giving us the power of the feedback. When we are looking into it, this is another amazing tool that can help us to grow. And even when we have feedback from people in our life, especially people who know more, who are more experienced, who have more skills than us, It's incredible that this is an amazing way we can learn from them and grow our mindset to see things, situations in a different perspective. And this definitely will grow our mindset, our abilities, our skills, and we will grow, which is incredible when this is the purpose of thinking about this. And the third thing I wanted to mention in this video is about failure. Very often we take this too personal. Failing is just another way that we know that something doesn't work. Think about Thomas Edison. He found out 1,000 ways that the electric bulb doesn't work. These are not failures. He just found 1,000 ways that this electric bulb doesn't work. At some point, he found the way that it works. But this is the way we should look into failures. Think about it. How do you respond to failures? What do you think about it? And what I can encourage us today is, when it comes to failures, think about different perspective. Reframe the failure. Go to the whatever happened. Think about it. Meditate on it. See what is the results of it. What is the outcomes of all this failure? Reframe it. Ask yourself, what are the lessons? What is there I can learn here? And this is what is the amazing journey of growth mindset and the growth in life, generally speaking. Ask yourself these questions. What can I learn from this situation? What can I learn from this setback? And we call it failure, but what is the lesson here? And when we take the lessons, this is what enriches us. This is what makes us grow. This is what makes us to be more mature and to continue in our journey. And we will be much more skillful and better next time. So consider all these things, how you reflect and respond to challenges, to constructive criticism or feedback, and failures. These are really three main points which are giving us really good feedback about our mindset and the way we respond to it. So think about it. Even you can have a journals, but meditate, really, honestly. See yourself, assess yourself, how you meditate on all these 3 points in our life, because they're happening, they're everywhere, and they're part of our growth. And understanding them will help us to really enlarge in our growth, in our mindset. It will be more growth mindset, which is incredible. Thank you for your time. In the next video, I will share 2 really important parts of how to stay motivated in our resolution mastery journey. Thank you for your time. See you soon. Bye.